Absolutely. Topic #8. Never give up on your dreams. Here is a long form YouTube motivational script written with **, powerful, resilient, emotional, and inspirational tone **, inspired by themes often associated with Muniba Mazari, without presenting it as her actual words. Never give up on your dreams, a powerful motivational speech. There is something inside you that nobody else can fully understand. It is the dream that keeps coming back to you. No matter how many times life disappoints you, no matter how many times you fail, no matter how many people tell you that it is impossible, there is still a small voice inside you that whispers. Try again. Maybe you have ignored that voice. Maybe you have become tired of listening to it. Maybe life has hurt you so many times that dreaming itself has become painful. You once had big dreams. You imagined a different life. You imagined yourself succeeding. You imagined making your family proud. You imagined becoming financially independent. You imagined traveling the world. You imagined becoming an artist, a speaker, an entrepreneur, a doctor, a teacher, a creator, or simply becoming the best version of yourself. But then life happened. Things did not go according to your plan. You faced rejection. You experienced failure. People doubted you. You doubted yourself. And slowly, you started asking yourself a dangerous question. Maybe this dream is not meant for me. But today, I want you to stop for a moment. Take a deep breath and ask yourself another question. What if your dream is difficult not because it is impossible, but because you are still becoming the person who can achieve it? What if every struggle is preparing you? What if every failure is teaching you? What if every closed door is protecting you from something that was never meant for you? And what if the only thing standing between you and the life you want is your decision to keep going? Never giving up does not mean that life will always be easy. It does not mean that you will never cry. It does not mean that you will never feel tired. It does not mean that you will never question your path. Never giving up means that even after you cry, you stand again. Even after you fail, you learn again. Even after you feel lost, you continue searching. Even when the world does not believe in you, you refuse to completely stop believing in yourself. Because sometimes, the only person who needs to believe in your dream at the beginning is you. And that belief can change everything. The dream that refuses to leave you. Have you ever noticed that some dreams refuse to disappear? You can ignore them. You can become busy. You can tell yourself to be realistic. You can listen to other people's opinions. You can try to forget, but somehow the dream comes back. You see someone living the life you want, and something inside you wakes up. You watch someone succeed, and instead of feeling only jealousy, you feel a strange pain, not because you hate their success, but because their success reminds you of the dream you have been postponing. That feeling is important. Sometimes the things that inspire you are showing you what is possible. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you want to learn English. Maybe you want to build a business. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you want to become successful in your career. Maybe you want to change your life completely, but you keep waiting. Waiting for the perfect time, waiting for more money, waiting for more confidence, waiting for someone to support you, waiting until you are no longer afraid. But let me tell you something. The perfect time may never come. Confidence may not come before action. Support may not arrive when you need it, and fear may stay with you for a long time. So if you are waiting for life to become easy before you begin, you may spend your entire life waiting. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Start before you feel ready. Your first step does not need to be perfect. Your first video does not need to be perfect. Your first conversation does not need to be perfect. Your first business idea does not need to make you rich. Your first attempt only needs to do one thing. It needs to begin, because dreams cannot grow inside your imagination forever. At some point, you have to bring them into reality, and reality begins with action, small action, imperfect action. Scary action, but action. Nobody sees the beginning. People often celebrate success. They see the final result. They see the successful business. They see the millions of views. They see the beautiful house. They see the awards. They see the confidence. They see the person standing on the stage, but they do not always see the beginning. They do not see the nights when that person was confused. They do not see the failures. They do not see the rejection emails. They do not see the videos that nobody watched. They do not see the business ideas that failed. They do not see the moments when quitting seemed easier. Success has a hidden side. Before the applause, there is often silence. Before the recognition, there is often loneliness. Before the confidence, there is often fear. Before the achievement, there is often uncertainty. And this is where many people quit. They quit because nobody is supporting them yet. They quit because nobody is watching. They quit because the results are taking too long. They quit because they expected success to arrive faster. But what if the quiet season is part of the process? What if nobody watching you today is giving you the freedom to make mistakes and improve? What if the small beginning you are embarrassed by is actually the beginning of something extraordinary? Do not be ashamed of starting small. Every great journey begins with a beginning that may look ordinary. One subscriber, one customer, one page, one lesson, one workout, one conversation, one attempt. The problem is that people want the results of 10 years without accepting the work of 10 years. They want the confidence without experiencing the fear. They want the success without experiencing the struggle. But your struggle is not proof that you are on the wrong path. Sometimes, struggle is proof that you are growing. Failure is not a final decision you failed. So what? You made a mistake. So what? Someone rejected you. So what? Your first attempt did not work. So what? The world often teaches us to be afraid of failure. From childhood, we are told that failure is something embarrassing. We are afraid of getting the wrong answer. We are afraid of looking foolish. We are afraid of disappointing people. And because we are afraid of failure, we sometimes choose not to try. But think about this. What is more painful, trying and failing, or spending your entire life wondering what could have happened if you had tried? Failure is not always the opposite of success. Very often, failure is part of success. Every mistake teaches you something. Every rejection gives you information. Every difficult experience can make you stronger if you are willing to learn. Do not allow one failure to become your identity. You failed at something. That does not mean you are a failure. You were rejected. That does not mean you are worthless. You made a mistake. That does not mean your future is destroyed. You are a human being. You are learning, and learning is impossible without mistakes. Imagine a child learning to walk. The child falls, then falls again and again, but the child does not sit on the ground and say, "I guess walking is not for me." The child tries again. Why? Because the child has not yet learned to be ashamed of failure. Maybe that is something we need to remember. You do not have to be ashamed of trying. You do not have to be ashamed of starting over. You do not have to be ashamed of being a beginner. Fall, learn, stand up, try again. That is how progress is made. Stop giving other people the power to decide your future. One of the saddest things in life is watching someone abandon a dream because of another person's opinion. Someone says, "You cannot do it," and you believe them. Someone laughs at your idea, and you stop. Someone tells you that you are not talented enough. And suddenly, you begin to see yourself through their eyes. But who gave them the authority to decide your future? People will always have opinions. Some people will support you. Some people will doubt you. Some people will criticize you. Some people will laugh before you succeed and pretend they always believed in you after you succeed. That is life. You cannot build your future around everyone's opinion. If you do, you will become a prisoner of other people's expectations. Your dream may not make sense to everyone, and it does not have to. It is your dream, not theirs. They may not understand your vision because they cannot see what you see. They may only see where you are today, but you can see where you want to go tomorrow. Do not expect everyone to understand the journey they were never meant to walk. Listen to advice, learn from wise people, accept constructive criticism, but do not allow negativity to destroy your belief in yourself. There is a difference between listening and surrendering. You can listen without giving up. You can learn without losing your identity. You can accept feedback without accepting limitations that do not belong to you. Remember, people can give you an opinion, but they cannot live your life for you. They cannot do your work for you. They cannot face your regrets for you. So do not let them decide what is possible for you. You will have days when you want to quit, let us be honest. There will be days when you feel like giving up. There will be mornings when you wake up and ask, why am I doing this? There will be nights when you feel like nothing is working. You may see other people moving ahead faster than you. You may feel behind. You may feel tired. You may wonder whether all your effort is meaningless. Those days will come, and when they do, remember this. You do not have to solve your entire life today. You only have to survive this moment. Sometimes, continuing does not mean running. Sometimes, continuing means walking. Sometimes, continuing means crawling. And sometimes, continuing simply means refusing to quit today. Tell yourself, I do not have to be strong for the next 10 years right now. I only need to take one more step, one more phone call, one more application, one more video, one more chapter, one more attempt, one more day. Do not make permanent decisions because of temporary emotions. The pain you feel today may not last forever. The failure you experience today may become the lesson that changes your future. The situation that feels impossible today may look completely different 1 year from now. So when you feel like quitting, rest if you need to. Take a break, take care of yourself, think, breathe, but do not confuse resting with giving up. Rest so you can continue. Your timeline is not everyone else's timeline. One person succeeds at 20, another succeeds at 40. One person finds their passion early. Another spends years discovering who they are. One person becomes successful quickly. Another spends a decade building their dream. There is no universal clock for success. Stop comparing your behind the scenes journey with someone else's highlight reel. You do not know their complete story. You do not know what they sacrificed. You do not know what opportunities they had. You do not know what struggles they faced. And more importantly, their journey has nothing to do with your worth. You are not late because someone else arrived earlier. A flower does not fail because another flower blooms before it. Different seasons, different conditions, different journeys. Your job is not to become someone else. Your job is to become the person you are capable of becoming. Maybe your progress is slow. Keep going. Maybe you are starting from nothing. Keep going. Maybe nobody believes in you. Keep going. Maybe you have failed 10 times. Keep going. The speed of your journey does not determine the value of your destination. Slow progress is still progress. Pain can either break you or build you. Life will give you pain. That is something none of us can completely avoid. You may lose opportunities, you may lose relationships, you may lose money, you may lose confidence. You may experience things you never expected, and sometimes you will ask, why is this happening to me? There may not always be an immediate answer, but you can choose what happens next. Pain can become a prison, or pain can become power. The same experience that breaks one person can inspire another person to grow. Not because pain is easy, not because suffering is beautiful, but because human beings have an incredible ability to rebuild. You can rebuild your confidence. You can rebuild your career. You can rebuild your dreams. You can rebuild yourself. You are not required to remain the person that your difficult experiences tried to create. Your past may explain you, but it does not have to define you. Maybe life hurt you, but you are still here. Maybe people disappointed you, But you are still here. Maybe you lost something important, but you are still here. And as long as you are here, your story is still being written. Do not close the book in the middle of the chapter. You have no idea what may happen next. Believe in yourself before the results arrive. Anyone can believe in themselves after success. It is easy to feel confident when everything is working. The difficult part is believing when you have no evidence yet. Can you believe in yourself when nobody is watching? Can you continue when the results are invisible? Can you work when there is no applause? That is real belief. You may not feel confident every day. That is okay. Belief is not always a loud voice. Sometimes belief is simply a quiet decision. I will try again tomorrow. That is belief. I am scared, but I will continue. That is courage. I failed, but I will learn. That is strength. I do not know how, but I will find a way. That is determination. You do not need to wake up every morning feeling powerful. You only need to keep your promise to yourself. Your confidence will grow when you begin trusting yourself. And how do you build trust with yourself? By doing the things you say you will do. If you promise yourself that you will practice for 30 minutes, practice. If you promise yourself that you will create one video every week, create it. If you promise yourself that you will keep learning, keep learning. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your self-respect, and slowly you begin to think, maybe I really can do this. Dreams require discipline. Dreaming is beautiful. But dreams without action remain dreams. You can watch motivational videos every day. You can read books. You can create vision boards. You can talk about your goals. But eventually you have to work. There is no substitute for consistent action. Motivation can start you. Discipline keeps you moving. You will not always feel motivated. You will not always feel inspired. Some days you will feel tired. Some days you will feel bored. Some days the work will feel repetitive. Do it anyway, not because you are trying to become a machine, but because your future deserves consistency. Imagine if you improve 1% every day. At first, you may not notice, but small improvements become powerful over time. Learn one new skill, improve one habit, make one better decision, take one step closer. Success often looks invisible before it becomes obvious. People see the final result and call it luck. They do not see the hundreds of ordinary days that created it. Your ordinary days matter. The day you practice when you do not feel like practicing matters. The day you continue when nobody is encouraging you matters. The day you refuse to give up matters. These days are building your future. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Sometimes we spend too much time waiting. Waiting for someone to help. Waiting for someone to believe. Waiting for someone to give us an opportunity. And yes, support is beautiful. A good teacher can help you. A good friend can encourage you. A mentor can guide you. But there comes a moment when you must take responsibility for your own life. Nobody can live your dream for you. Nobody can practice for you. Nobody can make your decisions for you. Nobody can become the person you want to become for you. You have to participate in your own rescue. You have to become an active part of your own transformation. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission. Give yourself permission. Start learning. Start creating. Start applying. Start practicing. Start again. You may not have every advantage. You may not have perfect resources. But you still have something. You have time. You have the ability to learn. You have the ability to make choices. You have the ability to begin. Use what you have. Do not spend your life focusing only on what you do not have. The most powerful question is not, what am I missing? Ask, what can I do with what I have right now? That question can change your life. Your dream may change, and that is okay. Never giving up does not mean holding on to every plan exactly as you first imagined it. Sometimes the dream remains, but the path changes. Maybe your first business idea fails. You learn and start another. Maybe your first career does not work out. You discover a different direction. Maybe the door you wanted closes. You find another door. Do not confuse changing your strategy with giving up. You can change the road without changing the destination. You can learn a new skill. You can start again. You can adjust. Flexibility is not weakness. Sometimes the strongest people are the ones who know how to adapt. Do not become so attached to one method that you forget the bigger purpose. Ask yourself, what do I really want? Then ask, what is another way to move toward it? There is always more than one path. If one door closes, learn from it. Look around, build another door if you have to. Imagine meeting your future self. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. Imagine the person you could become if you refused to give up. What would they say to you? Would they thank you for continuing? Would they thank you for taking that difficult first step? Would they thank you for ignoring the people who told you to stop? Would they thank you for trying again after failure? Your future self is being created by the choices you make today. Every small decision is a vote for the person you are becoming. When you learn instead of wasting every opportunity, you are building your future. When you practice instead of procrastinating, you are building your future. When you choose courage over fear, you are building your future. You may not see the complete picture today, but you do not need to. You only need to see the next step. Life is not asking you to know everything. It is asking you to keep moving. The world needs your story. Maybe you think your dream is only about you. But sometimes your success can become hope for someone else. Someone may see your journey and think, if they can continue, maybe I can continue too. Your story may inspire someone. Your struggle may help someone feel less alone. Your courage may give another person courage. But first, you have to continue writing your story. Do not give up before discovering what your life can become. There are people you have not met yet, opportunities you have not seen yet, places you have not visited yet, skills you have not learned yet, versions of yourself you have not discovered yet. How can you know that your best chapter is behind you when you have not even read the rest of the book? Your story is not finished because you experienced a difficult chapter. A difficult chapter is still only a chapter. Turn the page, one day your struggle will make sense, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day you may look back and understand why you had to become stronger. You may understand why the easy path did not work. You may understand why some people left. You may understand why some opportunities disappeared. Sometimes life removes what is comfortable, so you can discover what you are capable of. Do not waste your pain. Learn from it, use it. Let it teach you, let it strengthen you, but do not let it convince you that your life is over. You are still becoming, you are still learning, you are still growing. And sometimes the strongest version of you is created during the moments when you thought you were falling apart. Never give up, but remember to believe so today, wherever you are. I want you to remember your dream. The dream you stopped talking about. The dream you were afraid to share. The dream that people laughed at. The dream you thought was too big, remember it. Maybe you cannot achieve everything today, that is okay. You do not have to. Take one step, then another. You do not need the entire staircase. You only need the courage to take the next step. Stop asking whether the journey will be easy. Ask whether the dream is worth the journey. Stop asking whether everyone will support you. Ask whether you are willing to support yourself. Stop asking whether you will ever fail. You probably will. Ask whether you are willing to learn and continue, because the people who change their lives are not always the most talented. They are not always the richest. They are not always the most confident. Often, they are simply the people who refuse to stop. They kept going when it was difficult. They kept learning when it was frustrating. They kept believing when there was no evidence. They kept working when nobody was watching. And eventually, the world saw what they had been building all along. Final message, if you are listening to this right now. Maybe you needed this reminder. Your dream is not stupid. Your beginning is not too small. Your mistakes are not the end. Your past does not have complete control over your future. You are allowed to start again. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to dream again. Do not give up because the journey is taking longer than you expected. Great things often take time. Do not give up because you are tired. Rest, recover, and continue. Do not give up because someone does not believe in you. Believe in yourself. Do not give up because you failed. Learn and try again. And do not give up because you cannot see the finish line. Keep walking. The road will reveal itself one step at a time. There is strength inside you that you have not discovered yet. There is courage inside you that difficult moments will reveal. There is a future version of you waiting for the person you are today to make one decision. The decision to continue. So stand up. Even if you are tired, start again. Even if you failed, believe again. Even if your heart was broken, dream again. Even if life disappointed you. Because your story is not over. Your dream is still waiting. Your future is still possible. And perhaps the greatest thing you can do today is not something extraordinary. Perhaps the greatest thing you can do is simply refuse to give up. Say it to yourself. Asterisk, asterisk, I may be tired, but I will not quit. Asterisk, 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 I may be afraid, but I will move forward. Asterisk, 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 I may fail, but I will learn. Asterisk, 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 I may fall, but I will rise again. Asterisk, 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 I may not be there yet, but I am getting closer. Asterisk, 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 my dream is worth fighting for. Asterisk, asterisk, and no matter how slow your journey becomes, remember this, a slow step forward is still a step forward. A small improvement is still improvement. A new beginning is still a beginning. You do not have to change your entire life overnight. You only have to refuse to abandon yourself. Keep going when it is difficult. Keep learning when you feel behind. Keep dreaming when the world tells you to be realistic. Keep believing when nobody understands your vision. One day, you may look back at everything you survived, everything you overcame, every time you almost gave up, and you will realize something beautiful. The person you were waiting for was never coming to save you. You became that person. You became stronger. You became wiser. You became more courageous, and it all began because you made one decision. You decided, asterisk, asterisk, I will not give up. Asterisk, asterisk, your dream may take time. Your journey may be difficult. Your progress may be slow. But as long as you continue, there is still a possibility. As long as you keep learning, there is still growth. As long as you keep believing, there is still hope, so do not quit, not today, not because of one bad chapter, not because of one failure, not because of one person's opinion, not because the journey became difficult. You have come too far to stop believing in yourself now. Take a deep breath. Look at how far you have already come. You survived days you thought would destroy you. You faced moments you thought you could never overcome. And you are still here. That means something. You are stronger than you think. Your story matters. Your dreams matter. Your future matters, so keep going, keep fighting, keep learning, keep growing. And most importantly, asterisk, asterisk, never give up on your dreams. Asterisk, asterisk, because one day, the struggle you are facing today may become the story that inspires someone tomorrow. And one day, you will thank yourself for not giving up when giving up felt easier. Your journey is not finished. Your best chapter may still be waiting, so turn the page. Take the next step and keep going. Asterisk, asterisk, never give up. Never stop believing, never stop becoming. Asterisk, asterisk.